Welcome back, legends.
Three, two, one, let's go! Yo, listen up, about to tell you some tales of fighters and wizard shuriken and sails. The ups, the downs, the wins, the fails, and heroes that would make the Avengers pale. Madara Uchiha, he's a goddess shinobi, dunking on allied forces harder than freaking Kobe. Heading over to Marineford, ready to take the risk. You see, Wiper crack the air with one blow off his fist. Brighter than the sun, hotter than you can see. Oh my god, Goku just went Super Saiyan 3 with Naruto, Luffy, the Dragon Ball 7. We about to crank the speed out all the way up to 11. You just died and you're about to be led to the greatest show this side of anime heaven. So sit down, stay tuned. Hey yo, DJ Spin, welcome to the show. This is Anime Legends.
Hello. Hello, everybody. So let me just take off my headphones here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 41st episode of Anime Legends. Holy crap, we got so many people in the chat already. Let's take a look. We got Bean. Who's his brand? Hi, Afro. Hello, Bean. Tricks, the anime hater, up in here. Very nice, very nice. And we got Quarmu. Says, hey, Afro. Hello. Bean says, I feel legendary now that I'm with Afro. Yes, definitely. That is how you should feel. Trix says, love the look. Thank you, dude. I didn't know how it would come off, but I thought it would be a good theme for today. And speaking of the theme, our theme for today is, what anime girl are you? But specifically, we are going to be looking at and discussing the different types of deres in anime. And if you're sitting there wondering what a dere is, that's a very good question. And I'm going to explain it to you right after these messages. Do you ever feel like you have too much money? Do you ever feel like your local YouTube sensation deserves more? Do you ever feel like you could literally wipe your butt with the $100 bills that you keep in your dresser drawer? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then check out AfroX's Patreon and consider donating to it. It's a very good cause. It definitely helps out the channel. You can find that at www.patreon.com/AfroX. There you will find my Patreon page, and you will be able to donate in at your level of choice. There is $5, $10, $30, $50, and $100 a month. And I won't say it's free, but I will say it is worth the price. There are different rewards at each tier level. So at the $5 level, you'll get your name shown at the end of every edited video, like our amazing famous patron, Victor Mills. Then at the $10 a month Epic level, you will get your name shown and announced at the end of every video, just like our amazing Epic patron Calvin C. And at the $30 a month level, all these rewards stack, so you'll get your name shown and announced at the end of every edited video. And at the $30 level, you'll get a link to my Discord, the AfroX AMA, where you will get to see every edited video that I put out one day early. That's right, you will get my content one day before the rest of the world does. And what an advantage that is. So that's the $30 level, and the main man in the house right now, that's our mythical patron, Trix, the anime hater. Thank you so much, Trix, for donating at the $30 a month level. At the $50 a month level, we have, you will get all the benefits of the previous 3 levels, plus you will get a handwritten thank you note from me, actually autographed by me. And at the $100 level, you're pretty much running the channel at that point. So you'll get all of the things from before. Your name shown and announced. Oh, and I forgot, at the $50 level, it's shown and announced in fancy lettering and with fully edited audio. But at the $100 level, you get name shown and announced in fancy lettering with fully edited audio at the end of every edited video. Then you're also going to get a link to my Discord to see videos one day early, a handwritten thank you note from me with an autograph, and at the $100 level, you will be able to get an invite to every live stream that I do, or you will be able to come on and plug your channel or whatever project you are working on. It is $100 a month, but hey, you get weekly advertising. Actually, you would get bi-weekly advertising since I do 2 live streams per week. But yeah, that is the levels of my Patreon. If you want to, go ahead, check that out. Pretty soon, I'll be trying to get new merch in there too. Speaking of merch, you can go to www.teespring.com/stores/afro-x-2. If that's too confusing, there is a link in every edited video's description, where you can find that, and you go to that link, and what you'll find is the official AfroX t-shirt. It has the AfroX logo on the front, and on the back it has the AfroX slogan, which is, of course, stay legendary. Get a little piece of AfroX for yourself and show people that you support a great YouTube channel. Anyways, all the merch and Patreon stuff aside, I just want to say a huge thank you to all the subscribers. We're currently at 327 subscribers, and we're still rolling, man. Like I said, 4 months getting to like 400 subs. I don't know if we'll make it by then, but definitely I'm hoping by the end of this year we'll be getting to 400 subs. And that would be absolutely awesome. Of course, our main goal is to get to 1,000 subs, just so I can start partnering with YouTube. And then I can bring out even better content for you, probably collab with like some big names and stuff like that. Just to let you know about side projects I'm working on. I, of course, have the rap crew that is called The Blacklist. I believe... Yes, I believe Kormu is a part of it. I'm not sure if Bean is. But I do have the rap crew called The Blacklist. We do rap ciphers every 2 months. Currently, and this is only known to people who watch this live stream, we are working on a Demon Slayer cipher right now. So that is very, very exciting. Also, I just recently started a podcast that is called More Than Words. That is on Spotify. So go check it out. Type in More Than Words, Uriah Gillespie, because that is my actual name. And you will be able to find that podcast. Only 1 episode so far, and it was just me, but in the future, every episode is going to have a guest on. what we're going to do is we're going to have them pick a song. Then we're going to listen to that song in entirety, which if you have Spotify Premium, you will be able to listen also. And then we're going to discuss how the song made us feel. We're going to go through what is called music appreciation. We're going to discuss how the song made us feel. And in the final part, we're going to look at the official inspiration for the song and the actual song meaning. So More Than Words podcast, check it out on Spotify. Music appreciation. It's really cool. And we have a good slogan, which is good people make good music and we appreciate it. I believe that is all that is going on. So yeah, that's our messages for today. Gonna take a look back at the chat. Wow, Bean, your presence in the chat is extremely large. Trick says, "How legendary is everyone?" I'm feeling pretty legendary. Bean says, "You look like my dead granny who drove motorcycles. I'm so sorry your grandmother died, but she probably shouldn't have been riding motorcycles." Cormus says, "I've always wanted a cute yandere. Are you a yandere afro? This could be perfect." I don't know, but we will actually be finding out later. Trick says, the world of Dere. Oh, the place the so many fall into. That is absolutely the truth. Cormus says, Tricks, are you a rapper? I don't believe he is. He says, I'm here and there. Okay. I do know that Tricks makes beats. And he makes really good beats. One of his beats was a temporary end card music section of mine, which was very good, very jazzy. I liked it. Trix's excitement is indeed getting high. Keep it coming. Definitely, I will. I'm just excited because we're 15 minutes in. We already got 3 viewers. Trix is taking effort for yourself. You can't keep all the legendary to yourself. That is true. I am for everybody. Trix says, "Oh, a podcast sounds cool." It is very cool, and I encourage you to listen to it. Trix says, "Lively chat. This is great." Well, it's better than a dead chat. And a live cat is also better than a dead cat. Just while we're talking about stuff. Anyways, before we get into anything, the first section of Anime Legends, as all of you regular viewers know, is the section where we ask the age-old question that everybody wonders from time to time to time, which is, what anime / manga have you watched / read this week? Skipped all the messages. Bean, I skipped your messages because they were weird. Like they made me feel weird, like you're a dude. Wow. But yes, what anime / manga have you watched / read this week? As for me, ever since I finished Demon Slayer, I haven't been watching anime just because I've been kind of riding the wave of that. As for manga, I did read the new chapter of One Piece, and as anyone who watches my channel will know, I did do a review of it. You can check that out. on the actual channel. But I did a review of One Piece chapter 1046. We are on break this week. So there will not be a review this Friday. But then the week after, we'll get to chapter 1047, find out what happens there, and there will be a review of that. All of this April, Oda and Shonen Jump are taking a lot of breaks. This is kind of their downtime of the year, I'm guessing. But then we're gonna be getting, starting in May, we're gonna be getting very regular anime stuff. Speaking of May, important event is coming up. I may be skipping doing videos the week of May 29th because May 29th is my golden birthday. I will be 29 on the 29th. And although I don't know if it'll happen, I would love to go skydiving for my golden birthday because it is on my bucket list. Even if it's not on the actual day. Trick says, "Oh, Bean, you need someone to talk to. I'm one to talk to everyone." Trix is a very good conversationalist. Bean says, "Sorry, Afro. That's cool, dude. That is very cool." I will try not to scare you. Oh, lately I've been lonely. Sorry for my weirdness. That's okay. Like, everybody got weirdness. I get that. I've got weirdness. Heck, I'm semi-dressed like a girl right now. If that's not weirdness, I don't know what is. I'm semi cross-dressed right now. But yeah. Now that's cool. Just like if you're doing weird stuff, if you're doing weird shit in my live stream, I'm probably not going to respond to it. Corma says, I have read a lot of Attack on Titan, but anime-wise, I've been watching High School on the Rocks. It's kind of weird, but the story is good besides the inbreeding stuff. Oh, inbreeding stuff. Okay. I can probably stomach inbreeding stuff. High School on the Rocks sounds like a really cool name for an anime, and that sounds like something I'd be into. I honestly thought you were going to say High School the Dead or High School DxD or some regular mainstream anime like that. But High School on the Rocks sounds really cool. Trick says, Witch Hat Atelier, One Piece, Black Clover, and Freyan. What is Freyan, Trix? If you could expand on that a little bit, that would be sweet. Trix says we can meet up for a birthday hangout since our birthday is a day apart. I did not know that. Is that why we're friends? That's probably why we're friends. Anyways, that is really cool. I didn't know our birthdays were a day apart. But yeah, if you could expand on Freyan, I would definitely like to hear about that, and I would love to hang out with you for a birthday thing. But yeah. Anyways, marching forward, we are going to get into types of dairy. And for this, I'm actually going to add my screen to the stream. That rhymed. So that we can take a look at some good examples here. So I'm going to go through this. Once this is done, I'll address the chat. So if it looks like I'm ignoring you, I'm not really ignoring you. It's just I am going to be going through this pretty quick. Just wait for this page to load here, because it was up before. My computer is working extremely slowly right now. Here we are. What are the dairy types of anime? So usually the top 5 are dairy, tsundere, yandere, kudere, and dandere. And just to explain really quickly, a dairy type is the type of like love language or type of way a character may act in. It's usually linked to love, but it doesn't necessarily have to be linked to love. But most of these are going to be linked to love or the way that people express their love. So diving right in with Dere Dere. This is the energetic kind and caring type. Out of all the personality types, these people are the most stable and they tend to be the main character. While they show their affection toward a loved one, they can still hold normal relations with others. I honestly think the best example of this would be like Sailor Moon with her boyfriend Darien. And maybe not the best example, but a good example, at least one that I thought of. The examples that they have here are Yui Gahama from Oregairu and Clara Valek from Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. I haven't seen either of those animes, but they do sound interesting. Moving on to the most famous dere, that would be Tsundere, which even if you haven't heard of the dere types, you've probably heard of Tsundere. Examples are Taiga Aisuka from Toradora, Asuka Langley from Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Kiyosoma from Fruits Basket. This is specifically any character that acts like they hate the main character at first, but then later on admits to actually secretly liking them. A great example of this would be Soma girl. What's her name? I always forget her first name from Fate Stay Night. But Rin Tosaka. Yes. Yeah, it wasn't Soma. Soma's from Fruits Basket. Rin Tosaka is a great example of a tsundere girl. She really is not into Shiro Emiya at first, and actually really hates him, even to the point of trying to kill him. And then later on, it is revealed that she actually secretly has feelings for him or develops feelings for him. So yes, tsundere is like that. Then we move on to the second most famous dere, which is yandere, and the most famous example of this is Yuno Gasai from Future Diary. There's also Sato Matsuzaka from Happy Sugar Life, and Ayase Aragaki from Oremo. So yandere pretty much is the type where a girl loves you so much that she goes, and we can only have one of these in every episode. She goes fucking crazy. She goes absolutely off the deep end, and in the example of Yuno Gasai, even to the point where if your family or your friends want to hang out with you, and you have to blow her off to spend time with your family and friends, you can expect that when you arrive at your family's house, they will all be dead. Like that is how much this girl likes you, that she would be willing to brutally slay and massacre all of your friends and family so that you could spend time with only her. And even to the point where if you tried to push her away or get away from her, that she would hurt you in order to make sure that you stayed with her. So this is a very dangerous kind of dere just because of the psychotic nature. Moving on, there is Dandere, and one of the best examples of this, I think, is the girl in every harem anime who is like the best friend, who's been like the best friend since the beginning. Um, for example, I can't even remember her name, but the girl in Reborn who I think her name is Haru or something like that. She's not the main love interest, but she's the girl who grew up next door to Suna, and she really likes him secretly. And she kind of just resolves to be his friend after a while, just because she can tell that he really loves that main love interest girl. I don't pay attention to any of the girls or the side characters in Reborn because I'm too busy paying attention to what the main characters are doing. Gokudera, Suna, Reborn. Like I can't even off the top of my head remember the name of that sword guy. But anyways, yeah, Dandares are really, really shy, and they are asocial people, and they tend to stay quiet and avoid getting into conflict. And usually they will open up and show their love for the person when they're alone with that right person or group. So moving on, there is kudere, which the ku is literally from the phonetic spelling of the word cool. Um, like in Japanese romaji, tentacool is pronounced tentaku. And these are the type of deres that always play it really, really cool. And the best example I can think of this would be it would be the main girl from Mysterious Girlfriend X. She doesn't really say much, doesn't really need anything from the main guy, but she is just there to be the love interest. But yes, they never panic and often remain distant and analytical to the end. Unlike the Dandere, they rarely display any affection or emotion to others in any situation, but maybe hiding their true emotions deep down. This is the ice bear. If you've seen We Bare Bears, this is the ice bear of anime. This is the cold, calculating type person, but not evil. They're just totally emotionally shut off. An extreme example that takes this trait further is the Shundere, who are emotionless all the time because they're sad or depressed. But yeah, the examples they have here are like Rei Ayanami from Neon Genesis Evangelion, Kanade Tachibana from Angel Beats, which actually, yes, very true, and Saber from Fate Stay Night. Pretty much this would, if I had to give a great example of this, it would be if in an anime a robot fell in love with you. So yeah. Yeah. Then there's the Bakadere. This is very common. These are the girls who are in love with a guy in an anime, and they are just the dumbest about it. Usually they're like the lollies, the really little girls, and they're the ones who like see a guy and they can't help but immediately fall over. Like gravity just takes them and slams them to the floor. But yeah, Bakadere they're really funny, really cute, and I absolutely love them. Not much more to say. Mayadere, which probably reading through this before we started, probably my favorite dere out of all of them. Maya dere is the deres that are villains. They start out as villains, and then they fall in love with the main character, and then they join the main character and start helping them out and stuff like that because they love them. But excuse me, it's my favorite type of dere, specifically because a little bit revealed about me here. I'm a sucker for like emo girls. Like I really would like to meet and date an emo girl. And I like I like rough girls. What can I say? I like rough girls. Enough about that. Nyandere. These are like the actual cat girls. And like it says here, Nyandere loves cats to the point that it becomes a part of them. They may even be actual cat girls themselves, who always use neon at the end of their sentences. Not much to say about that. Cat girls. Byoki dere. Byoki dere are kind of caring characters who suffer from fatal disease or a condition that threatens their life. They often befriend the protagonist to give them perspective or purpose, and their imminent deaths are often used to motivate them in some cases. However, they're miraculously cured and get to spend their life with the protagonist. And I have not seen the end of Your Lie in April, but I do know what happens, and that is honestly the best example is Kaori Miyazono. But there's always the plot point of, hey, I fell in love with this girl, but it turns out she has cancer, or she has tuberculosis, or AIDS, or that one thing I can't say, but the whole world was talking about it in 2020. But yeah, the thing of like, I fell in love with you, now you're gonna die. And honestly, there's the thing of like, even some people who are dying are just like, you know what, don't fall in love with me because I don't want to see you hurt when I die because I'm going to die. And those are always really sad. Those are the saddest stories. Speaking of sad, Sadodere, which is a very different kind of dere. Now we get into the actual like BDSM stuff. Sado, pronounced Sado dere, is the sadist. This is like Karumi Tokisaki, Himiko Toga, and Junko Enoshima from Danganronpa. And I love that they talked about Danganronpa because, as I've said so many times on this channel, do not get me started about anime based on Japanese RPGs. Don't get me started, because I will not be able to stop. Anyways, these are the anime girls that they love you, and the way they show it is by absolutely hurting you. These are the can I crush your balls memes of anime. They just they love you, but they just really want to hurt you. So yeah, that is it. The opposite of it is Masodere. And they complement the Sadodere quite well. And characters that demonstrate both characteristics are called Sadomasodere. Moving on, there is Hayakasudere. These are the girls that are in love with you, but all they want to do is mess with your mind, and they just want to tease you all the time. And this is my least favorite type of dere because I would not be able to stand this type of girl. Like, if you're gonna tease me, like it says, don't tease me with a good time. Like, if you're gonna tease me, if you're not gonna be real with me, then I'm just gonna walk. Like, I don't need you in my life. And you can go. You can walk your long legs, baby, right out of my life. So long, you did me wrong. Moving on, there is Godere, which I would technically call God Dere, just because this is the character who is so in love with you that they will follow you and do whatever you say, no matter what it is you say. Uh, Ikaros from Heaven's Lost Property, Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and Albedo from Overlord are great examples of this. The example I would give out would be Misa from Death Note, just because no matter what she does or finds out about Light, even when she finds out that he is Kira, she still chooses to follow him, and like she even got agreed to be tortured for him, just because she loved him so much. So yeah, that's Godere. An extension of this personality trait is the Undere, who is basically the yes man to everything the partner orders them to do. So yeah. Hajidere, these are the ones who are really, really shy around their crush. They know how to socialize well with everyone else but them. They have trouble confessing to the one they love and may often blush or faint at the sight of them making the first move. I couldn't really think of a good example for this, but their examples were Kasuki Onodera from Nisekoi, Chio Sakura from Geken Shoujo Nozaki-kun, and Nana Ebina from Himoto Umaru-chan. If you know any of these, or any of those. Bodere, which is a combination of Dandere and Tsundere, acts similarly to the Hajidere. The big difference is that they lash out more aggressively towards the crush than they do. Moving on, Himedere, Ojidere, and Kamidere. These are the real god deres. So these are the women who they love the main character, but they believe they are above the main character. So any girl who's ever called herself a princess would probably be a Himedere. Ojidere, they see themselves as a prince or king of royalty. The Kamidere actually sees themselves as perfect godlike beings who demand subservience from people. Usually a Kamidere will be followed around by a Godere, who just loves them so much that they'll do anything for them, even if they're stepped on. Then there is, almost to the end of the list here, there's the Hine-dere, which the best example of this is, of course, Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto. The highly arrogant Hine-dere views the world through a cynical lens, and their cold heartlessness often makes them unpleasant to hang around with. Despite that, they do have a soft spot hidden away and will only open up to the right person under the right circumstances. Yeah, Sasuke to AT. Nemui-dere, these are the people who love you but are always asleep. These are, I call them Sandman's fetishes, because they're always asleep. A great example of this recently would definitely be Zenitsu from Demon Slayer, where he's totally useless when he's awake, but when he's asleep, he's absolutely a badass. Kanedere, these are the gold diggers like Fujiko from Lupin the Third, Nami from One Piece, and Ami Kawashima from Toradora. They are only in it for the gold, the diamonds, the jewels, the rubies, and they will do anything and love you as long as you are providing them with a source of income. Kekandere, a great example of this was Boa Hancock, but I like Kekandere, and it's almost my favorite dere just because these are the girls who believe in love at first sight and want to get married right away. And I'm just like, I get that. I get that feeling. We all got them feels. And that's something I can understand. And finally the Yotadere, which honestly, one part of me says this is my favorite dere. Just because of what is her name? Oya, because of Oya from Persona 5. And in my first gameplay of Persona 5, I decided to have my love interest be Kobayakawa, the teacher. But in the second playthrough, for advantage, I had my love interest first be Lady An. But then later on, I kind of became true to my feelings and decided to have my love interest change to Oya. Just because she's the adult who is always sitting in the bar and just drinking all the time. And I like this kind of person specifically because they are the woman in anime who is real. They aren't hiding behind anything. They're not fake. They're not trying to get something out of you. They're just like, hey, you know what? I'm sauced up and I'm going to say whatever I want, whatever I'm feeling like. And I'm just like, thank you. Thank you for somebody finally being honest about what they feel. And even though it took liquor to do it, I don't care. But yeah, I like the Yotaderes. And that's all of them. So yeah, that is a look at all the deres that we have gone through. And we are about 15 minutes out from the end of this. And so I'm going to do something really special after we take a look at the comments here. So Trix says, it's about a group of heroes who, this is Freyan. It's about a group of heroes who save the world and try to live a life afterwards. It's more on how life is when you try something. New years do go by in it. That's very cool. Trix is the full roster on Daria today, for sure. We have a new viewer, Croqueta. She says, you are what comes to mind when I think weeb. Well, thank you. I mean, that is a fair opinion. I try not to identify myself as a weeaboo, but I identify as a true otaku. Specifically because I'm not the type of person who watches anime and learns their Japanese from that. I actually study real Japanese. I actually have an interest in Japanese culture. I'm not just someone who is on the outer edge of anime. See, you can call me a weeb or a weeaboo. I will tell you once that someone once asked me to name 3 animes outside of the top 3. So any anime outside of like Dragon Ball, Bleach, Naruto. I named 80 of them. I am probably one of the top authorities on anime in like small time YouTube. So I like, thanks for being a fan, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, but just know, watch who you call a weeb. Cool Cat dropping legendary knowledge for everyone. To be fair, otaku qualify for weeb, far from it. Thank you, Trix. And yeah, anyone I know will know that I'm a true otaku, a true anime Japanese culture fan, and that I'm not just on the outer fringe of it. Or else, how would I be able to make an entire channel devoted to anime that talks about different stuff every week? I've done 41 episodes, and let me tell you, in 41 episodes, I have never once repeated a topic or talked about the same anime twice. And I've made sure to keep to that just because I want to keep new content rolling out, which means I constantly have to have new ideas. I constantly have to learn new things about anime. But yes. So, close to the end here, what I'm going to do is take a quiz, and we're going to find out what kind of dare I am. So let us see. I found this on Quiz Expo. And let's start this quiz. Your crush is sitting on a bench all alone. What do you do now? Ignorantly pass by, ignorantly sit near them, change my path and go away, or make fun of them. I would ignorantly sit near them. Some random boy / girl is flirting with your crush. What is your reaction? I would plan a revenge. Okay, I'm gonna need you to scroll down a bit here. Don't worry, we'll get there. It's just gonna take a minute. Which of the following scenarios sound like something you'd do with your crush? Mess with him or her, leave them on red, do his or her homework, or make them feel miserable. I'd like to mess with her. Which one sounds like a cool plan for a date night with your lover? Dinner at a fancy place, something adrenaline boosting, chilling and Netflixing while hugging, or a BDSM night? Oh man. Chilling and Netflixing. For sure. Complete the following sentence. When I see my crush, I turn my head, play with my phone, talk to my friends, or stare at them. Yeah, I'd probably stare at them. I'm that weird of a person. All right. Your love interest is always blank to / of you. Your love interest is always. I don't want them to be nice to me. What would you do if your crush rejected you? I mean, if it was a really big crush, I'd probably say cry alone. But if it's a small crush, I mean, I'd say like move on as if nothing had happened. But I don't know. I feel like I'd be pretty upset, so I'd say cry alone. What makes you feel loved the most? Receiving gifts, hearing nice things about me, being hugged or kissed, having full control over someone. I'd say being hugged or kissed. Which one sounds like a romantic gift idea? Something expensive, something rare, something handmade, or none? What sounds like a romantic gift idea? Um, I don't really like the idea of gift giving. I mean, I'm more like a physical type guy. You would blank your partner in the first anniversary. Kiss, hug, hold hands with, or pull a prank. The first anniversary, I'm going for that kiss, man. Which of the following anime characters is the hottest in your opinion? Mikasa from Attack on Titan, Taiga from Toradora, Levi from Attack on Titan, or Rize from Tokyo Ghoul? They're very biased towards Attack on Titan, apparently. I haven't seen Attack on Titan or Tokyo Ghoul or Toradora, but I know what the main character of Toradora looks like, so I will go with that. And to be honest, why I haven't seen Attack on Titan is because it's overhyped, not because I'm a weeb. Okay, what is a huge turnoff to you? Crybabies, lovey-dovey stuff, disrespect and cruelty, or cowardness? Now, are we talking disrespect and cruelty to others or disrespect and cruelty to me? Well, if lovey-dovey stuff is there, it really depends on the situation. I mean, if someone cries all the time, I'd eventually get annoyed of that. I'd say if someone's cowardly, because I'm pretty brave and I like to be outgoing and try new things. So yes, cowardliness would be a definite turnoff for me. Okay. Which one sounds like a memory that you'd never forget? Rejecting your crush for fun, having too many people simping for you, your crush texting you a cute message, or making your crush cry in front of others? I'd say my crush texting a cute message. What type of person would you never date? Ignorant, selfish, unkind and mean, or nice and polite? I would not want to date ignorant just because I like smart girls. Choose a word that describes you better. Queen, king, cutie, or god. Uh um Gal, do I be humble here or do I be honest? Honestly, most of the time I have a pretty big god complex. Have you ever confessed your feelings to someone? Yeah, I have in the past. NGL, not gonna lie. What would you do if your crush texted you a flirting message? Well, this doesn't have a very good response. I honestly would text them back something flirty, but I'd say I'd call my friends to ask for help. because they'd probably lead me the right way. Which one sounds like a boring future to you? Turning into a polite person, still flirting with others, lonely and dissatisfied, or married with kids? What sounds like a boring future to me? I'd say lonely and dissatisfied. And would you ever want to marry your lover? Yes. No doubt about that. Just random and nonsense question. What's wrong with people? They are fake. People are miserable. Nothing is wrong with them. They are. People are very fake. For sure. What dairy am I? Drumroll, please. Afro X is. What is happening here? Oh, I don't want an ad. Afro X is. I am a Dandere. Just like Hinata in Naruto, you are a quiet, introverted, and shy person. That makes every encounter with your crush a significant challenge. Your love language is physical touch, but it might take you quite some time to be able to touch your love interest. You like to be touched, though. People like you can blush when your crush accidentally or purposefully touches you. Dandere personalities usually fall in love with the most powerful and strong protagonist of the show, but they rather become the said character's ally before confessing their actual feelings. So, apparently I'm a very shy Dandere. Who knew? Who would have ever thought that? I don't agree with it, but hey, can't argue with the results. But yeah, that is that is what kind of dairy I am. So that's super interesting. No more stuff in the chat, and we've just hit the 1 hour mark. So that will be all for today. Anyways, keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro, and always remember to stay legendary. And next week, definitely make sure to take that quiz yourself if you want to find out what kind of dairy you are. And next week, when you come back, we will be asking you what kind of dairy you found out that you are. And that'll be cool. See you later, YouTube. Bye-bye.